Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. It's so nice to have you here. Before I totally begin, I want to let you guys know my throat is acting up. I'm totally fine, I'm not sick or anything, but I've been talking because I've been doing a ton of updates and my throat is just a little dry and scratchy. So I have a drink here with me, so I may be drinking that throughout, and I apologize, but I'm going to try and keep this as quickly as possible. So I'm going to update you guys on my face palette for 2022 for my Pan That palette. And I've decided to use the Tarte Tartist Contour palette. I love this so much. It is literally my baby in my whole collection. I love this palette so much. It's probably one of my very, very, very favorites out of all my face palettes. I do have a few that I really enjoy, but this one has just got my heart. And I'm so disappointed that I'm going to be using it up this year, but I'm also very happy because it is getting old and I just don't want to hang on to it to hang on to it. I would rather use it up and get the love out of it and miss it than not use it up and let it go bad and have wasted all that money. I believe it was about $70 or something like that Canadian when I purchased it. I have to go back and do some digging, but it does have a mirror. It is very similar to the blush and highlight palette that they came out with. I think they did another blush one after, but I had stopped buying. I was on a 3-year, basically no buy / low buy. When I wasn't doing YouTube, I had stopped for a little bit. And so this one looks like this inside. It has two face under eye setting powders. So there's like more of a peachy one and more of a yellow one. I love this one, but this one is one that I use more so around my face, and then I put bronzer on. So I can use that one. This one I put under my eye because that is strictly my shade. So I don't have to cover it with anything. And then this is just a like white setting powder, like a translucent setting powder. So I use this one when I'm getting a little bit oily looking and stuff, and then I just take this and blot it. And then of course these are the contour shades and the blush shade. So as you can see, this has a lot of love. It had already a lot of love when I started using it. And this is probably one of my only face palettes that looks this used. The Tarte embossing, like the little name embossing, is mostly rubbed off on this one because I use this one the most. And I always try to work this one in the middle so you can see a tiny, tiny, tiny dip. But again, it's one that I use and I loved, but I always was like, oh, I should use something else because I like this one too much, you know? It was one of those things for me, and I didn't want to be out of it. But now I'm just like, I need to use the thing that I really enjoy and just get that use. So I started off at 182 grams of this, and it's still at 182 grams. But that being said, I was using a few bronzers to sort of like bronze my face. As you can, I'm like super bronze right now. I have a lot of bronzer on my face. But I am starting to use this up. I try to use this a little bit on my nose contouring, but when I'm wearing a mask, when I go out, like pick up my kid from school and stuff, there's no point in me contouring my nose and things. And then I come home and like I do a quick video. I should be like, you know, doing my makeup again, like washing my face from like here down and like redoing that makeup again. But for some reason, I don't have the time. I literally get home, I need to make dinner for my family, bathe my kid, wash his clothes because he's toilet training, and then get ready for the day, and then I go to sleep because I put my kid to bed, and then I'm like exhausted, and then I go to bed. So it's just one of those things where I just don't find the time, and then I'm just totally exhausted by the end of the night, especially when I have downtime, like putting my kid to bed, because that's like, I love that one-on-one time with him. I know I'm like going off like on a total different direction, but it's just so enjoyable for me, and I don't want to give that up. I love spending time with him, putting him to bed. And then when he falls asleep, it's like so dark, and I give him a second, and then I'm like, oh, this is so nice. So dark in here. I just want to go to sleep, you know? So then I come into my bedroom and I'm like, the lights, like my husband's watching the show, and I'm like, holy crap, you know? I just want to go to bed, lie down, throw the covers over my head. Shit, I got a video to film, you know? It's like, I got to edit that. So yeah, I just don't I don't redo my makeup. I just don't have the time. So what you see is what you get. And for those who love me and appreciate me and support me, I thank you very much. For those who are looking for that person who literally does YouTube as a living, and this is like, they can spend all hours of the day making themselves look amazing, that is not me right now. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of time. So when you do see me with a full snatched face, you know I've spent that time. But like lately, it's just not happening. So yeah, I love this though. I definitely cannot wait to see dips. The pans are not huge, but it is going to pain me a little bit when I do start seeing this really going. I can already see the thing, like the labels wearing off or the imprint wearing off. And I can just see the usage with the pan, like it's all dirty. And I'm just like, oh, I love it so much. But yeah, I need to make sure that I use this up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope by next month I am down another gram. And I promise you I will work very, very hard. Very, very hard to get down that next gram. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.